Hey folks, it's Jim from the Movie Rewind, and I'm here to review Star Trek Into Darkness, which I just saw. I'm going to keep this relatively short in fear that I might start spoiling certain plot details if I go on for too long. I will say that the Star Trek Enterprise, the whole gang is back, and they are after a man who has been performing various terrorist attacks, and this movie is kind of a chase movie. I thought it was pretty entertaining overall. Is it quite as good as the first one or as original? Maybe not so much, but the threat is a lot bigger, and I think the spectacle is ridiculous. There's some terrific action sequences. The film looks great. I mean, the budget for this film is probably far more than any Star Trek film, and I think because of that reason, it makes the film maybe a little bit more accessible. And Star Trek in comparison to something like Star Wars never had that kind of money, but the Star Trek film certainly does. And I think that this, like the last film, will definitely work on a more mainstream level. Some Trekkies might like it, some Trekkies might not like it for that exact reason. In many cases, it feels like a Star Wars film as opposed to a Star Trek film, but I still think it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of Trekkie references to various other films. That's why I'm trying to keep the certain details out of this review, if you're spoiling anything, because even if you haven't really seen many Star Trek films or watched Star Trek is so ingrained within our pop culture that I think you'll pick up on maybe certain things within this film, or maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, this movie, it kind of feels like a remake of one particular Star Trek film, but with a lot of differences, and I think that is because of the last Star Trek film where we had an element of time travel. And now there are no rules to this new Star Trek franchise, and I think it pays a lot of respect to other Star Trek films, maybe to its detriment. Maybe some references are a little bit forced, but overall, though, I think it's a pretty fun film, and I think the dynamic of Kirk and Spock is still the big highlight of the movie, though I will say that this is more of an action-driven film, and man, oh man, are there some terrific action sequences. Chris Pine's very charismatic. Zachary Quinto is great. I'm sorry, folks, I'm just checking on my time. Okay, and I got like 45 seconds left. I just want to say that Benedict Cumberbatch is terrific as the villain, really intimidating. Steals most of the scenes, just an inspired piece of casting on J.J. Abrams' part, and he's just a great villain overall. So overall, I really enjoyed this film, and I'm looking forward to seeing where J.J. Abrams goes, not only with the Star Trek franchise, but now in Star Wars. And he uses so many real set pieces, which is great. I mean, characters running throughout the entire ship, and it just is a lot of fun. He really knows how to execute a really good action scene, even if he doesn't always have the best scripts. The script for this isn't terrible, but it's pretty solid, considering who the writers are. Alex Kurtzman and what's the other one? Robert Orrick, I think I'm saying that right? I'm not sure. Anyway, time's up. Anyway, I really enjoyed the film. I would, give it a see it. Definitely check it out in theaters. I think you'll get a blast if you're a Trekkie. I think you might enjoy it, or you might hate it. It's one of those things that could be kind of divisive, I'm not sure. If you didn't really like the last one, you might not like this one, and I'm well over time, so why do I keep talking about this? That's it from the Movie Rewind. I'm recommending Star Trek Into Darkness. Have a good day, folks. Until next time.